Have you ever caught your dog doing something that left you scratching your head, wondering what on earth they were thinking? Maybe they tilt their head to the side when they hear a strange noise, spin around in circles before they go to the bathroom, or gently place their paw on you like they're trying to communicate. These little behaviors can seem like random quirks, but there's usually more going on beneath the surface than we realize. In fact, dogs often have specific reasons behind these actions that can totally surprise you. In today's video, we're going to break down 12 of the most common canine behaviors, and I'm going to explain exactly why your dog does what they do. From playful gestures to instinctive actions, I'll cover everything that might make you look at your dog in a whole new way. Trust me, some of these insights are going to challenge everything you thought you knew about your furry friend. So if you're ready to uncover the mysteries behind your dog's quirkiest habits and learn more about their unique way of communicating, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join me for all the exciting discoveries. You won't want to miss it. Let's dive in and start unraveling the secret world of dog behavior. 1. Why dogs mount other dogs? Let's start by addressing a behavior that can easily be misunderstood. Why do dogs mount other dogs? Now, when most of us see this, the first thing that comes to mind might be that it's about dominance or, in some cases, even sexual behavior. While it's true that hormones can play a role, especially in unneutered dogs, that's not the whole story. In reality, mounting is a behavior that can happen for many different reasons that have little to do with either dominance or sexual intent. One of the most common reasons dogs mount other dogs is simply because they're playing. It's an interactive way for them to engage, especially if they're feeling energetic or overly excited. Sometimes it's just about releasing some pent-up energy in a way that might seem a little awkward to us. Dogs can also mount as part of social behavior, using it to establish their position within a group of other dogs. Think of it like a doggy handshake. They're figuring out where they fit in the social hierarchy, which can be completely normal and not something to be concerned about. In fact, even neutered dogs might exhibit mounting behaviors simply as part of their social interaction. So, how should we handle this behavior? First, it's important to avoid punishing your dog for mounting. While it might feel a bit uncomfortable, punishment can increase anxiety, and that can make things worse. Instead, try redirecting the behavior with toys or commands. Giving your dog an outlet for their energy in a positive way is key to helping them learn to manage these impulses without reinforcing unwanted behaviors. Remember, understanding your dog's actions and responding with patience and proper guidance is the best way to keep things under control. 2. Why dogs tilt their heads? Now let's talk about one of the cutest and most puzzling behaviors dogs display. Why do they tilt their heads? It's a question that has stumped many dog owners, and while there isn't one definitive answer, there are some fascinating theories that give us a deeper understanding of what's going on in our pups' minds. One popular idea is that tilting their head helps dogs improve their hearing. By adjusting the position of their ears, they can better localize the source of a sound. Imagine it like fine-tuning an old-school radio antenna to get a clearer signal. If your dog hears something interesting like a doorbell or your voice calling them, tilting their head allows them to focus on the sound more precisely. But wait, there's more. Another theory is that the shape of their muzzle might obstruct their vision, especially when they're trying to focus on something in front of them. By tilting their head, they can get a better angle to see you or whatever it is they're trying to focus on. It's like them adjusting their viewfinder to get a clearer picture. And here's a fun fact that will really make you look at your dog differently. Some studies suggest that smarter dogs tend to tilt their heads more often, especially when they're responding to verbal cues. So if your dog tilts their head when you say something like walk or treat, they might not only be curious, they might be processing the words more thoughtfully, possibly even wondering, are you serious? Is it really time for a walk? It's amazing to think that something as simple as head tilting could be linked to so many different things, from better hearing to intelligence. Next time your dog gives you that adorable head tilt, you might just be witnessing a little moment of canine brilliance. 3. Why do dogs sneeze? Sneezing is something we all associate with being sick, but did you know that dogs sneeze for a whole range of reasons, many of which are completely normal? While it's true that sneezing can be triggered by irritants like dust, pollen, or strong scents, think perfumes or air fresheners, it can also happen when your dog is just feeling playful. That's right. Many dogs sneeze during playtime as a way to show they're excited and having fun. It's almost like their way of saying, This is so much fun, I can't help it. But while sneezing during play is totally harmless, there are a few things to watch out for. If your dog's sneezes are accompanied by thick, yellowish discharge, or even blood, that's a red flag, and it's time to take a trip to the vet. Sneezing could also indicate allergies, especially if your dog is also showing other signs like watery eyes or constant scratching. But overall, when your dog sneezes while they're having a blast, it's just one of their quirky ways of expressing joy. So don't worry, your dog's sneeze might just be their version of a happy dance. 4. Why do dogs yawn? Now let's dive into another behavior that's not as straightforward as it seems: yawning. Most of us think of yawning as simply a sign of tiredness, but for dogs it's so much more than that. Yes, yawning can happen when they're sleepy, but it's also a powerful emotional and physiological signal. Did you know that dogs are more likely to yawn after seeing you yawn, rather than a stranger? That's right, dogs can catch yawns just like we can. This phenomenon is actually linked to empathy, showing that your dog may be deeply attuned to your emotions and behaviors. But there's another side to yawning. Research has shown that dogs often yawn as a way to relieve stress. If your dog is feeling anxious or uneasy, you might notice them yawning a few times to calm themselves down. This is especially true in situations that make them nervous, like a trip to the vet, a loud noise, or a change in routine. Yawning also serves as a gear shift for your dog, helping them regulate their emotional state. Whether they're going from relaxed to alert or vice versa, yawning helps them adjust their arousal level. So, next time your dog yawns, know that it might not just be about getting some rest, it could be their way of telling you they need to chill, or, in some cases, that they're simply on the same emotional wavelength as you. 5. Why do dogs scratch their bed and spin before lying down? Have you ever watched your dog scratch their bed or spin around before lying down and thought, what in the world are they doing? While it might seem like just an odd little ritual, this behavior is actually deeply rooted in their wild ancestry. Before our dogs became the pampered pets we know today, their wild ancestors like wolves would scratch the ground to clear away debris like rocks, twigs, or even insects before settling down. It was all about creating a safe, comfortable place to rest, and your dog's instinct is still guiding them to do the same thing. Scratching also has another important function: marking territory. When dogs scratch, they release pheromones from special glands in their paws, leaving their unique scent behind. It's as if your dog is saying, "This spot is mine." Even though they might have a cozy, plush bed now, this behavior is a way for them to feel secure in their environment. As for the spinning, that's related to the same instinct. In the wild, dogs would spin in tall grass to create a nest-like area, ensuring a flat, comfortable surface to rest on. So while your dog might seem a little extra when they're getting ready to settle down, these behaviors are actually echoes of their wild ancestors, helping them prepare for a safe, restful sleep. But if you notice that your dog is scratching or spinning excessively, it might be worth checking if they're dealing with physical discomfort, or if their bed just isn't as comfy as it should be. 6. Why do dogs spin before doing their business? If you've ever watched your dog spin around in circles before they do their business, you might have wondered, why on earth do they do that? It's one of those quirky behaviors that leave us scratching our heads. But surprisingly, there's a pretty good explanation for this. First off, it's all about safety. For dogs, going to the bathroom is a vulnerable moment, and spinning around helps them ensure their surroundings are safe. It's like they're doing a quick security check, making sure there are no hidden dangers around before they settle in to do their thing. It's instinctual behavior passed down from their wild ancestors, who would circle to assess their environment before relieving themselves in unfamiliar territory. But that's not all. Spinning also serves a practical purpose. It helps flatten the ground, ensuring that they're not sitting on any sharp twigs or uncomfortable rocks. Additionally, while they spin, dogs are also marking their territory by leaving scent marks from the pads on their paws. It's their way of claiming the area as theirs, essentially saying, "This spot belongs to me." And if you think this behavior is just a random quirk, there's one more surprising twist. Studies suggest that dogs may align themselves with the Earth's magnetic field when doing their business. Though scientists aren't entirely sure why, it's an incredible reminder of how in tune our dogs are with nature. So next time your dog spins, remember, it's not just for show. It's a deep-rooted, instinctual behavior that helps them feel secure and comfortable. 7. Why do dogs lick other dogs' pee? Ever caught your dog sniffing and to your utter disgust, licking another dog's pee? While it might seem gross to us, it's actually a completely normal and instinctive behavior for dogs. So what's going on here? Dogs have a special tool in their body called the vomeronasal organ, or Jacobson's organ, which allows them to analyze pheromones and other chemical signals in the environment. When your dog licks another dog's pee, they're essentially reading the pee like a canine version of a LinkedIn profile. Through the molecules in the urine, your dog can learn a lot about the other dog, things like their gender, diet, health status, and whether a female dog is in heat. It's a way for them to gather vital information about other dogs in their social group. As bizarre as it might seem, this behavior is just another way that dogs interact with their environment. It helps them stay informed about the dogs around them and contributes to their sense of social structure. So while it might make you cringe, licking urine is a natural way for your dog to gather information and learn more about their fellow canines. So, next time you catch your dog indulging in this curious behavior, just remember, they're not being gross. They're just doing what comes naturally. 8. Why do dogs put their paw on you? When your dog places their paw on you, it's more than just a cute gesture. It's their way of communicating something important. So what does it really mean? Most often it's their way of saying, "Pay attention to me." It's like a gentle tap on the shoulder, signaling they need your love and attention, whether for belly rubs, a scratch, or simply to be close to you. This helps strengthen the bond between you. Your dog may also place their paw on you as a polite request for something, like food, a bathroom break, or a walk, before resorting to barking. Additionally, if they're anxious, due to a loud noise, storm, or feeling uneasy, they might use this gesture to seek comfort and reassurance from you. At the heart of this behavior is a desire for connection. Dogs are social creatures, and this simple action reflects their need for affection and closeness. So next time your dog puts their paw on you, take a moment to appreciate the love they're offering. 9. Why do dogs stare at you? Have you ever caught your dog staring at you, eyes locked with yours, as if trying to communicate? While it may seem odd, a dog's stare is actually a form of communication. Dogs are skilled at reading human behavior, and their gaze can mean different things. If they're sitting by the door, they might be asking for a bathroom break. Near their food bowl, they could be asking for a snack or meal. Sometimes it's simply an expression of love. A relaxed stare with calm body language is their way of saying, "You're my favorite human," reinforcing your bond and releasing oxytocin, the love hormone. However, if the stare feels intense and accompanied by a stiff posture, your dog might be guarding something they value, signaling, "Please back off." In these cases, it's important to stay calm and assess the situation. A dog's stare is a powerful way of expressing emotions beyond just eye contact. 10. Why do dogs chew on the walls? If your dog is chewing on walls, it's likely linked to stress or anxiety. Though unusual, there are a few reasons behind this behavior. Dogs often chew on walls as a way to cope with tension, especially after a scary event like a thunderstorm or loud noises. It's their way of self-soothing and managing stress. Separation anxiety is another common cause. Dogs left alone for long periods may chew walls to cope with feelings of loneliness. Boredom can also lead to destructive behaviors, like chewing, when dogs lack physical or mental stimulation. To curb this, make sure your dog is getting enough exercise, mental enrichment, and emotional support. Providing chew toys, puzzles, or seeking professional help for separation anxiety can help prevent this behavior. 11. Why do dogs destroy things when I'm not home? Has your dog caused chaos when you're away? Shoes chewed, furniture shredded, and pillows torn apart. This behavior isn't about being naughty, and there are a few key reasons behind it. A common cause is a lack of boundaries. If your dog has access to the entire house without guidance, they might view everything as fair game. Puppies or untrained dogs, in particular, might become overwhelmed by all the tempting items and start destroying them. Another major factor is excess energy. High-energy breeds need plenty of exercise and stimulation. Without it, they may resort to chewing your furniture to burn off that energy. Providing walks, playtime, and interactive toys can help prevent this. Separation anxiety is also a big contributor. When left alone, some dogs feel abandoned and act out by tearing things up. If this is the case, training and calming products can ease their anxiety when you're not home. By setting boundaries, offering more exercise, and addressing anxiety, You can reduce destructive behavior and protect your home. 12. Why do dogs shake even when they're dry? We often see dogs shake after getting wet, but what about when they're dry? Shaking can mean more than just drying off. Let's explore the reasons behind this common behavior. One simple reason is stretching. Dogs shake to get their muscles moving and shake off any lingering sleepiness after naps or rest, just like we stretch when we wake up. Excitement is another trigger. When dogs are excited about a walk, treat, or seeing someone they love, they might shake with joy. However, shaking can also signal stress or anxiety. If a dog is nervous, they might shake as a way to release tension, often accompanied by other stress signs like lip licking or whining. Finally, frequent head shaking or ear scratching could point to an ear infection or irritation. In this case, a vet visit is recommended to check for health issues. Whether it's excitement, stress, or stretching, shaking helps dogs regulate their emotions and physical state. And that's a wrap on uncovering the surprising reasons behind some of your dog's most quirky and puzzling behaviors. Whether it's pawing at you, spinning in circles, or tilting their head, it turns out that our furry friends have a lot more going on than we might realize. Every little gesture has a deeper meaning, and now you have a better understanding of why they do the things they do. If you found this video helpful and fun, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest content about your pets. We've got plenty more exciting videos coming your way, filled with tips, tricks, and insights to make life with your dog even better. Thanks for watching, and remember, your dog's behavior is always telling you something, so keep paying attention. I'll see you in the next video.